Hello everybody, welcome to the first ever RFCL award show. It's awards for season 1, guys. We got a lot to go over tonight. We're gonna be handing out awards for coordinator of the year. We got a commissioner's award to hand out. We're gonna be doing a coach of the year award, and finally the main event
Hello
of the
everybody,
night.
welcome to the first ever
Heisman finalist
RFCL award show. It's awards for season
1. The Heisman award's been given out tonight. It's been a lot of fun. I'm Trigger. I got with me Commissioner Blake, Coach Blake. How you doing tonight, Blake?
Doing good, Trigger.
And I got Coach Pars. Pars, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing amazing, brother. How you doing? Also, your screen's completely green and completely messed up on YouTube.
Is it really? Fantastic.
It looks good on Twitch.
I was hoping it would look that bad on YouTube. That was kind of the goal. Technical difficulties, of course, it works great until it doesn't.
The Heisman Award's been given out tonight. It's a lot of fun.
Terrible on
I'm Trigger. I got with me
YouTube. Maybe we can send them over to Twitch, I guess.
Yeah, because YouTube's completely green.
Yeah, I see that.
And it looks like a lagging screen.
Does everybody else have a problem with that? Yeah, head over to Twitch, boys. Twitch.tv/CNC Trigger. I don't know why you.
I'll repost the link.
Yeah.
That's what's that. Sorry about that, boys. We'll get you there.
Of course, it works until it doesn't, right? It works. Everything works until it goes out.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as you go live. What would a show be without technical difficulties? We'll give everybody a second to file into the Twitch. I'll have to work on that one. I don't know. I don't know why that happened. Why would YouTube not be working randomly?
Not a big deal. We are live on Twitch as well, so we're all good, bro.
Yes, sir.
Let's just get this thing done with. Not done with. I'm excited. A lot better over here, everyone's saying. Give us people the second. You want to repost in Discord?
I believe Blake's on that. So while we're waiting on everybody to get over, how y'all feeling tonight? How excited are you for tonight's awards? Keep chatting, go a little bit here.
The chat's got to be extremely excited. It's the first RFCL award show, and Mason's been slamming the table for award shows for like the past 2 seasons in the other league. But he got one here. Let's get it going.
I like it. Blake, how you feeling tonight? Was this a lot of work to get this all figured out and have all the votes tallied and graphics made?
Yeah, it was a little bit of a grind. I'm glad we got a bunch of help from some of the most involved active guys in our league. But yeah, it was, some of these races were really close. Some of them were a clear winner from the start. So I'm excited to give out these awards. I'm also excited about creating an award called the Commissioner's Award this year. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's basically going to be going to just the best staff. You didn't have to have the best record. You didn't have to have the best numbers. It's a team that battled through adversity, and they really just proved to be a great team. So it really fought through adversity. You're really going to get this award. So I'm eager to give this out. And if y'all have any predictions in the chat of who you think is going to win, put it down in there.
So let's do this. We can figure this out. Maybe we do for each award, we can do like a quick vote in the chat for who they think is going to win. We can try that out. It'll be fun. I can probably put a poll up, but I really have technical difficulties. I don't think we should push it. So we have got some guys in the chat. Y'all want to get this thing started off with the first award?
Sure, I just let everyone else know where we're at. We just had another person ask about the YouTube, so I just let everyone else know where we're at. But we can go ahead and get this thing started.
We can give him a few minutes. I mean, okay. We don't want to rush anybody. It's up to y'all. I mean,
we can tell everybody what the first award we're going to announce is. What's the first award we're going to announce, Trigger?
First award tonight is the Coordinator of the Year award, which would
Coordinator of the Year, and you see Vicey said that Wad should win it.
Okay.
Thoughts on that? I mean, we're getting into Coordinator of the Year, and then what's next?
For Coordinator of the Year, we're going to hit the Blake's Commissioner Award, which he kind of just briefly explained. A very interesting award. I like it. I think it's a good award to add. He told me about it. He told us about it. It's like, that's a good idea. That way, everybody's up for award. You don't have to just be the best team. You don't have to have the best record or the best player. Like, you can just, your staff as a whole can win this award for you, which I think is an awesome award. I think it's a good job, Blake. Good thought there, bud.
Yeah, we're also seeing Lion Core out there putting his name out there, considering thinking he should be Coordinator of the Year. So I'm very interested in who it's going to be. I think some of you, we've had a heavy favorite. Everyone's been saying Vicey all year. I'm just saying that this was a really close race, so it could be anybody. There was a lot of people who had votes all across the board. I heard Vicey, I heard Wad, heck, I even heard Zeke. So I mean, I know y'all are going to be intrigued, but yeah, y'all are going to really like who it was. But Pars, it was a really close race, wasn't it?
Real close race. I'll go into that as soon as we start announcing the awards. I'll go over, third place, second place, and then I'll announce first place. I'm looking forward to it. I think the person who won really deserves it. I'm happy for him. So before we get to the first award, we got just a couple more minutes to get in. I want both of y'all's thoughts because, Blake, you're still in it. You're in the semifinals. Me and Pars are both out. But just first year of RFCL, what was your experience? What were your thoughts of it?
Pars, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I'll start. First year of the RFCL, I was lucky enough to be a head coach, even though prior I really didn't talk in chat much. Knew Gage for a bit, and I was lucky enough to be a head coach. And honestly, I loved every minute of it. The losses were heartbreaking. This was the most fun I've had in a long time, to be completely honest with you. It was fantastic. My coordinators were fantastic. I had some hardship with Ender getting a job midway through the season. But other than that, I thought it was ran well. I thought as soon as we made changes to the league for the better, that everyone got better. Offenses was better. Content was better. And I just think overall it was a great first year. I'm looking forward to season 2.
Yeah, and like you said, it was a great first year. If for it to be the first year we ever did this, it turned out to be really good. And it's still going good. At the beginning of the season, there were some kinks to work out, and we obviously had to change some things. But I think we've got it pretty down to how we would like it to be. I'm excited to still be in the playoffs. No one really expected that for us to be there, but I'm excited to be given the opportunity to try and advance again. Trigger?
I'll say this league saved me playing this game. I was done with user league, just personal stuff, time constraints. I was done. Wasn't having fun anymore. As you probably tell in the streams, I was just ready to get games over with. And then this opportunity came up. I was like, well, give it a go. It sounds interesting. and it is the most fun I've ever had on this game since I was in college when the game released. Actually, I was just out of college when this game released, actually. But the most fun I've had this game in a long, long time. I'll say that. So
Absolutely.
very glad part of it. Very glad it became a thing, and it really saved my love for this game.
Well, that being said, Trigger, we got 20 viewers in here. I think we need to go ahead and kick this one off and leave, not leave everybody waiting.
I think you were right.
Sure.
First award of the year is going to be given out to the coordinator of the year, and Parse, I'll send it to you for information.
Ladies and gentlemen, coordinator of the year. Well, if I announce it now, that'd be too easy. So we're going to talk for a second. All right. First place was a 2-point lead over second place. Right? Everyone voted. We know what happens. 2-point lead over second place. Second place was a 3-point lead over third place. And guess how many people, just 1 second, guess how many people tied for third place? 5. All right. We're looking at, now I'm going to announce third place real quick. We're looking at the 5-way tie. I'm just going to go into it. Hal, Monarch, Zeke, and Pete. Hal, Monarch, Zeke, and Pete. Turns out there's 4, and I was incorrect. But hey, you know what? It's my first award show. Leave me alone. 4-way tie. Hal, Monarch, Zeke, and Pete. Congratulations to you guys for your votes. That's amazing. Good work during the season.
Good work, guys.
Great work. Second place. CMU's offensive coordinator, Wad, comes in second place. Wad, who really led that team to where they are, had created the game basically, comes in with an offense, comes in second. It's a little wild. But first place right here, the coordinator that very, very much deserves it. He's even in chat telling everyone else they deserve it. Is my boy Vicey. Trigger's defensive coordinator, FAU DC Vicey. First place, first ever coordinator of the year in the RFCL. FAU gets one.
Yeah, and I have to totally agree with the vote. He was, from the very beginning of the season, everybody kept saying Vicey is the best coordinator in the league. He has his track record proves it. Very, very solid defense. And Trigger will even tell you at some point, Vicey's defense was the only thing they had going for FAU. And so he really meant a lot to his team. But, that's a different FAU team now, we all know. But still, Vicey does his job very well, and he produces the numbers, and I think he really deserves it.
Hey, Vice, if you would, man, if you're available, head over to like one of the Team 1 chat. We'll be there in a minute if you want to do a quick interview.
RFCL Team 1, Vicey, please.
If you got
that graphic go up, Trigger.
Yeah, your it's about to be up. I forgot to transition it. There it is right there. It's up. Boom, Vice is up.
Sweet.
You're calling that.
Congratulations once again. Just want to say throughout the season, I played you in the first game. 10-9 overtime win. Your defense really led that team for a majority of the season. Offense got figured out eventually, but that was fantastic. This team ran through you. Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, I think I can speak with pretty experience here. It definitely did lead through him. We struggled on offense at first. We figured that out. Not important. His defense was solid all year. He was hard on himself all year. He's pretty hard on himself. It was a couple of games against Marshall. Like, man, Marshall, I'm getting killed versus Marshall. Like, dude, you give like 17 points. That's not getting. You're doing fine. You're doing great. He strives to be the best. He's super awesome at recruiting. He's outgoing. He goes and gets them. He wants to be a great coordinator. He's gonna be a great head coach in this league one day for sure when he's ready to do it. And he kind of carries.
Team 1.
He really carries. So let's all head to Team 1 and talk to Vicey a little bit. My man, Coach Vicey, coordinator of the year. How you doing tonight, bud?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing great. I'm super excited you won this award, man. I was telling everybody you deserve it. You're awesome all year. You're awesome on the field, off the field in recruiting. You work hard at it. You're active. You're going to be a great head coach league one day, man. So I'm excited you won it. I'm going to hand you over to Blake and Pars. Let them talk to you a little bit.
All right.
I'll let the commissioner go last. I'm sure he has a whole list of questions. In the meantime, Vicey, brother, now we've had many discussions over the season. A great lot of discussions after games. We'd call, you were in FAU, I was in USA. You really led this team through it. How did you feel getting this award tonight? You definitely deserve it, but over the likes of Wad and so many other offensive and defensive coordinators, how do you feel?
Well, I'm pretty surprised, first of all. I mean, Wad had an amazing season. I think he was just as deserving of it as I was. There's a lot of other guys who also could have won this award, who were in the talks for it, and I just happened to win it, and I'm very thankful for it. And yeah, it's
He's very excited, as you can tell. He's lost for words. Did not expect it. Love the humility. Love it. Blake, you got anything?
Yeah, so Bossy, obviously congrats. I think you really deserved it. And I really appreciate you, being a part of this league and being active and making it what it is. So, congrats to you, bud. And I think we're going to go ahead and go on to this next award.
All right. Good luck.
GG's, Vicey. Do you also have it a broadcast to make it easier on us?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
All right. Can y'all still hear me? Can y'all still hear me at all?
Trigger.
There you are. So
Okay.
Something going on. All right, we're good. We're back.
Anyways, so yeah, I think Vicey was very deserving of Coordinator of the Year. I'm sure y'all agree with me. He's a clear favorite all year long. Obviously, some other guys came up towards the end, like Wad, and in my opinion, Monarch, that was going to compete for that spot. But Vicey came out and he won it. He's a clear favorite, so congrats to him.
Boys, I believe the stream is paused.
It should be back on. They're talking now.
Sorry about that. Technical difficulties.
Who's
I
muted?
definitely
Who's muted?
excited to go on to the next one, though. Excited for it.
What is going on? This stuff goes perfectly until I need it to.
Oh, we're muted now?
No, you're not muted. I can see you moving. I can see your sound going up and down.
We're back up. We're back up. We're good.
Yeah. we should back up.
Anyways, all right, y'all ready for the Commissioner Award?
We are Riff Commissioner Award.
Definitely. Super excited for this award. Thank you, Blake, for making it. Let's get it going.
So I guess before I announce it, when I presented this to y'all, was there anybody that y'all had as favorites possible for it?
I'll go first while Trigger's figuring things out here. I'll go first. When you first presented it and told me what it was about, right? The team that handled the most adversity throughout the years. My first thought was me with Ender leaving. And then afterwards, I thought about it. I was like, well, Marshall dealt with Sneak being gone for the first 2 games. WMU didn't have a head coach for a week. The interim head coaches came in and played absolutely phenomenal. So good for them. So there's definitely a lot of deserving people for this award.
And as we're saying this, okay, if y'all can hear us,
All right,
please put a thumbs up.
Vice set's working. All right, we're good back on.
Okay, sweet. So I think hopefully they heard Pars. That was a very heartfelt message.
They're telling me to repeat. Let's do it again. I'm a people person.
Repeat it. All right.
Let's hear Pars.
Award. Pars versus Thoughts on it.
Completely forgot what I said. So that sucks for everyone who didn't hear me. Other than that, no, I'm kidding. So when you first put out the award, you really need to think about what went wrong in the seasons, right? Because this is for the people that dealt with the most crap. You think about WMU, right? You think about them with Twist and Sex Man having to go slap no idea what happened to that guy. But you get to that and you see Nismo and Pete playing so well, and then Lone Star coming and do fantastic for that team. Then you get to Sneak being gone the first 2 games on suspension. Then you get to App, and App State didn't have a head coach basically for the first 3 weeks. And it was just wild to see. So I don't know. I have a favorite. I don't know who's winning it, but I'm happy for whoever does. They dealt with some crap.
Trigger.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I was a big fan of you announcing this award. I think it's an awesome idea. I think it's some league more involved than it already is. And it could really go to anybody. Like I said, my favorite would be probably WMU for one. Went through giant coaching changes. I think they're the only team that lost a head coach this year, I believe. No. App State lost their head coach too.
Yeah.
So as did WMU. But WMU had a couple wins with their interim coaches and stuff. So WMU is my favorite. App State, same. I lost their head coach. Mason came in, got a brand new staff. They killed it in recruiting. They didn't end up getting a win in the regular season. No, they did. They won a game. Sorry, they won a game. They got a win. Showed out in the playoffs. So I think App State's a great one for this one. I think those would be my 2 favorites. But yeah, so I'm a big fan of the award, and I'm excited to see who wins it.
Well, I guess we'll just get into it. So when I created this award, I wanted to recognize a team that had a staff that all worked together and what's made this game great. They didn't have to have the best record. They didn't have to perform well, but it's a team full of 3 coaches who, one, put a lot of effort into this, and 2 are just superstars. And when I think of that, also it's team that's went through adversity, but that's made the most out of it. And so with that being said, this year's commissioner award, the first ever, is going to go to App State. Coach Mason and his squad, Coach
There we
Nicotine
go.
and Coach Monarch.
Congratulations, guys.
Yeah, and 3 guys that I really love in this league, and I hope they stay for a very long time. 3 personalities that are great for this league. They came in with a team that was broken. They came in, hit recruiting hard. They came in and just absolutely, they didn't perform well at the beginning, but they've slowly made advances and showed why they're going to be a team to watch for in future seasons. It wasn't even close in my opinion. This is the team that first thing I thought of when we came up with this award. But any of y'all 2 have any thoughts on that?
I'm saving them for Mason. Mason, team 1, brother. Let's get this thing going for an interview.
Mason, Monarch, anybody on that staff who show up team 1? I'll give my thoughts while we're waiting on them to show up in team 1. I think it's a great choice. We've already kind of talked about it. Lost our head coach due to personal reasons. I'm sure had some reasons to leave. Mason came in, showed out, got a great staff, got a great recruiting class, and ended up getting a win and showing out in the playoffs too. So they're there if y'all want to head over to team 1 real quick.
Something
tonight.
Coach Mason, Monarch,
So what's up?
App State staff, congratulations on the award win, guys. And again, I'll hand you over to Blake and Pars for comments and talking.
Yeah, I just want to say congrats to y'all. When I made this award, I really thought of y'all's staff. I know Nick Ting can't be here, but he's also a great part of why y'all got this award too. All 3 of y'all are, y'all are my dogs, and for what y'all done this year and made the most out of it. That's why y'all got it. That's why y'all deserved it. Y'all got any thoughts?
Yeah, I'll let my wonderful coordinator Monarch go ahead.
Well, I just appreciate the award and recognition. It's been a lot of fun starting the league with y'all. Looking forward to doing many more years.
Heck yeah, Pars, you got anything?
Jason, brother, congratulations to you and your staff. Now, looking back on the beginning of the season, and I've said it all season, going into the head coach draft when we drafted teams and coordinators, Connor was the head coach of App State. He picked App, which I believe the 2nd overall pick, which I'm still just absolutely find wild. I think App was great, but you still seem to have a program around here that people want to be a part of. When you took over in week 3, practices got better, games got better. You got a good staff going. How you feeling? I know it was a rocky start of the season, but how you feeling, man?
The end result goal was for us to win championships, and we didn't get that this year. But we improved almost everything, top to bottom. I keep saying it, and all the recruits watching out there and everything. We have the best staff in the entire country, head to toe. We have an amazing offensive coordinator. We have some offensive talent coming in to help us out on the offensive side of the ball. And our defense, the last, when we really, really started having the changeover when I came the head coach, me and Monarch got together. Monarch always staying up, watching film, seeing how we can get the defense going. Monarch's defense is doing wonders for us at App State together. Couldn't do it without them too, and I'm honestly blessed to have the best coaching staff in the entire league. And we will be getting App State right in season 2, and we will be competing for a championship. So we're really excited. We haven't stopped the grind. We're constantly trying to get our program better, and that's the goal here. Well, we're not here for just a one season shit. We're here to win multiple championships, and that should be everybody's goal in this league. So we're very thankful for the award, and we're ready for season 2.
Let's go.
All right, guys. Well, congratulations again on the award. Good luck next season and have fun in the off season.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thanks,
See you guys.
See you.
So again, App State is the winner of the Commissioner of the Year Award. Congratulations to them. Great staff. Blake, great choice on that one, man. I think you knocked it out of the park with the picking of the award and the picking of the team.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, whenever this award was thought of and came up, this was the first team that I thought of. There was several, there was other teams, you could really put in there. You could put Pete in Western Michigan and Nismo in there. You could put Pars in there by losing his coordinator. So there was other people that that definitely could have gotten this award too. But I think App State just coming in with a completely new staff, taking over a team that coach just left them midseason, which it did happen in Western Michigan too. But I think they are just a solid 3 coaches, and they deserve this award.
I agree. So that brings us to our third award of the night, Coach of the Year. I'll be announcing this one. Awesome award. I think it's well deserved. Whoever gets it, there are multiple names I think can get it. Obviously, Coach Gerald, CMU comes to mind, right? Central Michigan had a great year. Their offense was basically unstoppable all year. Caused problems for a lot of people. Getting number 2 seed in the tournament. We're in the playoffs. Still going. Play against Blake and USM Tuesday night. You ready for it, boys? Playoff round 2. So CMU deserves it. Pars right here in the booth with us. Would it be a great candidate for Coach of the Year? I think South Alabama wasn't looked at as a power coming in the season. Ended up 5-2, getting a 3 seed. If I'm correct about that. Great season for USA. Struggled at quarterback. They had a 5-star quarterback that struggled most of the year, but he fought through it. 5-2. Great year. Could easily be Coach of the Year, I think. Deserves it. I'm going to give it to other guys too. Sneak and Marshall had a great year. So you guys all around, but I think the winner was well deserved. That'd be Coastal Carolina's Coach Gage, Coach of the Year, 6-1. Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, number 1 seed, won the first round game, still playoffs. Congratulations, Coach Gage, Coach of the Year. Again, I think well deserved. What do you guys think?
Pars?
I have a few thoughts, but congratulations, Gage. It's fantastic out of you. You came out, you got Coastal Carolina, and you did what you were supposed to do with them. That is massive. When you have Grayson McCall or Jordan Grant, back there, and you have that type of environment that you have over there, it's fantastic work out of you. Congratulations again to you and your staff. This is a massive award. Congratulations.
Yeah, and looking at Coach of the Year, you can go one or two ways with it. You can look at record and you look at who's done the most. I definitely thought of Gerald and Gage. When it comes to Coach of the Year, they've been the most successful. When you look at it, I guess you would say who has been the most successful, and that would be those 2 guys. But Gage is the clear winner right now. Absolute explosive on both sides of the ball. Has been hitting recruiting trail kind of late, and is starting to kind of be on the come up. But in terms of just having his team ready to play and absolutely dominating the field, that is what he has Coastal doing right now. And that's why they're the clear favorite to go into the national championship. So congrats to Gage. So I think it's time for actually, Trigger, do you have any more thoughts before we go over to the big award?
No, I think that's you guys covered it. Gage deserved it. He did what he was supposed to do with Coastal Carolina, which is exactly what a coach is supposed to do. He didn't underperform at all. He's exactly where he's supposed to be.
Absolutely.
And it's the favorite to win it all.
We can tell who was second or third, I reckon. So behind Coach Gage this year, second place for Coach of the Year was Gerald with 2 votes, followed by a tie for third between Mason, Sneak, and Pars. So congrats to everyone who even got votes. And like we said, Coach Gage, congrats. You deserved it. So.
I think it's a good list. Good list. Good votes for everybody. That's one of those things I think. I do want to give a shout out to the voters real quick while we're sitting here talking about it. I've seen some of the votes for good voting. A lot of these times votes can be like, oh, I'm just gonna vote for guys because of this reason or this reason. The voting that I saw this year was all very accurate, all very deserved. I didn't see anybody getting votes that didn't deserve it. So everybody in the chat, good on you for the voting this year. Fantastic job. That's how this league, I think, it stays great and stays relevant. Is you vote correctly, and vote honestly, and vote how it should be, not how you just somebody better. So I'm gonna vote this guy for Coach of the Year. So congrats to you guys. So are we ready for the Heisman ceremony?
I think it's time.
I'm shaking in my boots.
So people in chat, I kind of want to, while we're leading up to this point, I kind of want to see who everybody thinks even before we drop the nominations, because the voting was kind of close, but it came down to 3 guys, and we're about to show it to you. But I kind of want to see in chat, who y'all think it is. We're seeing a lot of Weasley at the moment right now. I'm sure it's going to. Yeah.
So let's do the presentations, and then we'll ask for votes right before we announce it.
That's true. Okay, let's do it.
All right. So, Blake, do you want to do the nominees? Or you want me to do it?
You know what? Since you've got the setup and you're clicking, you just do it so that way it'll be more smooth.
Sounds good. First nominee this year is, I think, a no-brainer. From the same team we just saw, Coach Gage. Jordan Grant, quarterback, Coastal Carolina, is our first nominee for Heisman winner. Music play. Alrighty, that is Jordan Grant, Coast Carolina quarterback. You guys, just quick thoughts on Jordan Grant and his season and how he's. What do you think about Jordan Grant?
Pars.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing about Jordan Grant. All right, Jordan Grant threw the pick six that let me win the game. However, Jordan Grant has been fantastic all season long. Again, with what I said about Gage, he came out and did what he needed to do. Right, everyone coming in knew that he was the best quarterback that would be in this league. And guess what? He kind of ended up playing like it towards the end of the year. Fred Weasley went insane. All right, I will say that out of nowhere. You see his brother George. I don't know what happened there. All right, George got dropped. However, you see Jordan doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. He's 6-1. He's second round of the playoffs, doing exactly what the best quarterback in this league should do.
Yeah, and Jordan Grant is 111 for 163 this year with 1,200 yards with 13 touchdowns. Even a big threat with his legs. He's got 45 attempts for 125 yards, including 1 touchdown, with 3 runs being over 20 yards. So definitely a guy who deserves to be in this talk tonight, and was very well deserved nomination.
Agreed. I think Heisman's one of those things. Best player in the best team kind of should be in the conversation, if not the winner. And that's what we have there, I think. So congratulations, Jordan Grant, on your nomination. And let's get to the next nomination, who is the aforementioned Fred Weasley. Fred Weasley, another deserving nominee, had a great season. Still going for a championship as well. Pars, what do you think about Fred Weasley?
I think I saw Monarch say this, and it's true. Fred's 4 seconds earlier, older than George, so that's what's the difference here. He's the older brother. Fred is an animal, the best 5-star quarterback from last year's recruiting class. We got a bunch of 5-stars coming out this year that I couldn't be more excited for, but Fred outplayed almost every single quarterback in this league. Jordan has more passing yards and more attempts and whatnot, but that's because Fred got benched for a little bit. You could tell when he got benched, something changed inside his mind. He was here to win, and I love that for him. He definitely deserves to be up here.
Yeah, and I just want to point out in the graphic that was on me, he is absolutely not going to be at Western Michigan. He is still a Central Michigan, but yeah, Fred, had a solid performance this year. Honestly, I didn't know if he was going to make the top 3 this year, but he did, coming in with 75 completions on 112 attempts, 940 yards, 11 touchdowns with only 4 interceptions. Now, we've seen most quarterbacks in this league have well over 5 or 6 interceptions, so he's kept it under 5 at 4. But no rushing stats for him. But yeah, pretty solid year. He was really important to his team. Had a shaky start, but proved in this second half of the season that he was well needed for his team and can perform.
Yeah, I agree. Probably the best offense in the league. Game 1 to game 7. He led him. He was obviously the leader. He got benched for a little bit, and it happens to the best of us sometimes. He fought through adversity, had a great year, and finds himself as a Heisman nominee. So great year for Fred Weasley. That brings us to our last nominee of the night for Heisman winner, and it is none other than Marshall running back Zach Armstrong. And I'm going to have to put that video in there real quick for it to work. Nailed it.
I reckon we'll talk over it while you do
Nope,
that.
It's ready. It's ready.
Oh, it's ready. Okay,
Give
good
me
deal.
3 seconds. Boom. Here we go.
Whoops. There it is.
Again, guys, technical difficulties. It's on my end right there. Sorry about that. So Zach Armstrong, third Heisman candidate of the night and final candidate. Thoughts on Zach Armstrong pars?
You know what, Zach, let's talk about this for a second, right? Zach Armstrong ended up not having the most rushing yards in the league. But I also, in his case, don't think that matters. This is the most valuable player award, correct? So this is the reason why Zach Armstrong deserves to be up here with these other two quarterbacks. Marshall's offense ran through him. If he got stuffed, Marshall was doing nothing. Marshall won 4 games on the year. Why? Zach Armstrong. If he's running, they're winning. If he's getting stuff, they do nothing. That is the most valuable player on that team, and that's why he deserves to be up here in the top 3.
Yeah, and I have to agree with you. When you look at the Heisman Award, it is given to the most valuable player and who meant the most to their team, but also performed at a high level. Throughout most of the year, Armstrong did perform at a very high level. Now, towards the end of the year, I believe, and y'all probably agree with me, teams did tend to figure out the play style and start just clamping Armstrong down towards the end of the season, but was still making big plays and still proven to be the best running back in the league. So nonetheless, I'm a very talented Zach Armstrong and very well deserves to be in this conversation.
Yeah, I agree. Zach Armstrong's probably my odds-on favorite to win it. Like y'all said, most valuable player, really led Marshall really far this season. And we do see what happens when he's not around. He was hurt against FAU in their second half of their game against us, and it really cost their offense. Their backup running back is also a load, but he's got that little gear that most running backs don't have that he puts him over the edge. And he really led the Marshall team to a good record and a good season. I know it didn't how they wanted to end, but it's a good season, and Zach Armstrong was a catalyst for that. So I think very well deserved to be on this list. So with that being said, do you want to do a quick vote in chat about who's going to win?
Yeah, let's get a little poll going.
All right, everybody in chat, type in who you think is going to win. I don't think the poll is working because that would cause things to actually be working tonight, and it's just not. So just type in chat Armstrong, Grant, or Weasley. Who do y'all think chat's going to choose?
I mean, I've seen a lot of Redmond for no reason at all. Redmond's not even in the top 3. He was a good running back, but he was like 4th or 5th in the running back list this year. Seeing chat, I think Weasley's going to be a lot of it.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of Weasley. Looking back at my voting, I'm not sure if I even had Weasley in any of my top 3, but it's a lot of people's favorites. So I mean, I could be shocked at who ends up being the Heisman winner.
You've seen some couple Armstrongs coming in strong. Weasley, Grant, Weasley, Grant. I think it's pretty balanced.
Yeah, good for chat, man. We're seeing who's voting at this point right here. So who wins just says that you guys did not vote enough.
All right. So that being said, I think it's time to announce it. What y'all think?
I'm ready. Blake, you're up, brother.
Oh, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Oh yeah. So now the winner of the first ever Heisman Award in the RFCL is Zach Armstrong, Marshall, running back. Great year for Marshall and Zach Armstrong. Well deserved. Great player. Thoughts on this win, boys?
Yeah, I've been starting this off. I'll say it right now. Zach Armstrong may not have been the best in the league at the very end of the day, but it doesn't matter. He was the most valuable player to his team and what they needed at when they won. Like Zach Armstrong was the catalyst to win these games. We see the other two quarterbacks. This is usually a quarterback award. We're not going to sit here and lie. It's usually a quarterback award. But when you look at who voted and you look at the coaches in this league, they understand what wins games. Fred Weasley and Jordan Grant did fantastic, but the running game was also there for those teams. The defense was fantastic for those teams. When you see a team like Marshall win consistently with a straight up only running game, that is impressive, and that is Zach Armstrong.
Yeah, totally. And Zach Armstrong really carried Marshall this year. He was completely their whole offense, and they were actually being successful. So when he was shut down, there was nothing going on. You look at his numbers, and I'll get that pulled up real quick. Armstrong had 627 yards on the year, 3 touchdowns on 138 attempts, 2 runs over 20 yards, and 9 broken tackles. He was an absolute demon on the field. He was getting it done. He was consistently just breaking. If you came in at Armstrong and tried arm tackling him, he was just going to break right through it. Let's just be real. Just consistent 10 plus yards all the time. So, yeah, very, very deserving of the award. With him being a senior, I think it's a great way to go out.
Yeah, I think you guys hit the nail right on the head. Very deserving. Was Marshall's MVP. There was some debate whether he's the best running back in the league. If you have him or LeKip from USM, fact of the matter is Armstrong led his team to a better record than LeKip did at USM. So, he's MVP of that team. He's a great running back all year, and I think hands down the best player. Quarterbacks get their stats based on kind of a system situation, how you're running, where you're passing, etc. Running backs are hard to get. It's hard to get those kind of stats, and he did it. He did it all year. Broke a lot of tackles, and like I've said over and over again already, led Marshall to a really good season. Well-deserved win for Zach Armstrong and Heisman winner. So that being said, that's our awards for the night. You guys have any final comments on anything tonight and thoughts on the awards given out?
An award show, man. It's the first one in a few seasons for this league, and I couldn't be more excited for what comes next after this, man. I'm glad to be able to do it with you guys on the Coach's Corner live, getting everybody what they want. Congratulations to everyone involved. Congratulations to everyone who won. Hopefully we see ourselves up there next year. Who knows? But congratulations to everyone this season, and let's get the second round of the playoffs underway on Tuesday.
I think Blake muted himself.
Correct.
Guys, I was getting a little breaking news. I'm sorry. Thad Herman has committed to FAU.
Yeah, he did.
Seeing this all over Twitter right now. So,
Sorry.
just figured I'd kind of throw that out there. Just still getting reports. This was a very shocking commitment, considering that team is no longer have coaches right now, from my understanding.
Yeah, he committed to a team that doesn't. We're gonna have to talk about that later. In the
Yeah, that's actually true. I don't know who's in coaching,
I'm very close to that. I know he was very torn on his decision. He was about 50-50 last night going into the day. So, you know what? Good for him. Congratulations. This is the award show, though, and Thad's not winning an award.
So, Blake, final thoughts on the awards, bud?
I think that's it for me, dog.
All right, guys, just to recap tonight, we give out multiple awards tonight. Coordinator of the Year was Vicey, FAU Defensive Coordinator, well-deserved. Commissioner Award given out by Blake to a team who fought for the most was App State. Great staff, looking for big things from Season 2. Coach of the Year was Coastal Carolina Coach Gage. Went 6-1, led in the one season playoffs, and they're still marching toward the national championship right now. And finally, the Heisman winner, Zach Armstrong, running back Marshall. Congratulations, Coach Sneak, Coach Versa. Y'all had a great running back. You used him well, effectively. Everybody, that's the end of the show tonight for the award show. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for talking, guys. It was a lot of fun. Sorry for the technical difficulties. That was on my end. I think my internet's going a little haywire. We got it fixed, got it going. Thanks for stopping by. And round 2 is Tuesday. First game at 7 o'clock on the RFL YouTube link. We're on YouTube now. We'll put that link somewhere in the chat, or it's in Discord. If you're new to this league, you're not joined, please join the Discord. Make a recruit. Having recruits in this league is key for this league to go forward. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun, guys. You get recruited. You can transfer after 2 years. You get registered. There's all kinds of stuff you can do as a recruit. It's a lot of fun. You also coach. We're going to need coordinators and head coaches for expansion, I'm sure, which is coming after Season 2 as well. It's a lot of fun, guys. If you haven't joined. If you know somebody hasn't joined, reach out to them. Tell them how much fun the league is. It's a blast, guys. And that's going to do it for us. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.